Hey, I think we're back. We should be back. So,
Give it a couple seconds.
well, we're broadcasting. You
Okay.
just you just be a few seconds before then, so you can go ahead and start talking.
Okay. Welcome to this Xbox Life episode 309 in the hate. No, I'm just kidding.
309B.
Part two, and we're
No,
on.
what? Yeah, what I was saying before we got cut off is, as far as the death threats and things like that, that's that shouldn't exist in the first place. What I see here, as far as the other thing, is like you should be able to play a game without somebody calling you a name and things like that, and that's true. But they have had things in place forever for the 360 and stuff like that. You can report people. If you don't report people and you don't take the necessary steps to, remove these people, then there's nothing you can really say about it. You have to put up with it if you don't report people. I report people all the time in the games that I play and stuff like that because it literally takes a second to do it. Now, them going out and signing this letter, this petition between all these developers and stuff like that is going to do absolutely nothing. And
It's
that's,
like awareness. That's about it, really.
yeah. And I was telling Mark before this thing, here in the United States, we have this big problem, which
Hey, hey,
is
hey, hey, easy here.
what?
Don't say what you told me.
Okay. Well, no, no, no. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm going to say it in a friendly way.
Okay.
The United States as a country is becoming so catering, let's say, to everybody
Not
that if
everybody.
well, yeah, yeah, everybody.
They cater to the minority.
Well, no, they cater to anybody that if one person gets offended by anything anybody says, that person's livelihood is completely ruined. Completely ruined. I don't care if you use Twitter, Facebook, if somebody overhears you say something, somebody else can make a scene. If I was walking down the sidewalk and said something that somebody didn't like, like, oh, guns should be banned, like, we should not have a Second Amendment right here in the United States and stuff like that. And some person from the NRA heard me say that, they could throw a complete fit and cost me my job because our country is just becoming just this. You can't say nothing. Our First Amendment rights are going away. So it's just like this thing here is just like, let's jump on the bandwagon of let's not hurt anybody's feelings. To me, Microsoft and EA and these guys are signing this type of agreement so they don't get in trouble from a minority group or a group of any sort. It doesn't have to be minorities. It could be
No, I'm not.
anybody.
I'm not saying minorities as
Right,
in
right.
racial minority. I'm saying
Sure.
minority as in the few people that are idiots that whine and cry and do this kind
Right.
of junk.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's people out there that's this is all they do. They scan the internet, they scan Twitter, they scan Facebook just to find a person who has said something that they know would offend somebody else. Not even them, just somebody. And they make a big deal about it. Just so they can like get internet traffic and stuff like that. And the only reason why is like I had a
clickbait.
well, yeah, because I have I listened to a person that was on a radio show, and he's pretty edgy. Let's say he got attacked in Times Square by a female. Nonetheless, a female came up and started attacking him and punching him, and he called her an animal or something like that. Called her is like what's this animal? Why are we such animals? Why do people act like animals? And he got fired from his job.
Yep.
Yep. Because we don't want what he said on Twitter is not us. We're firing him. It's not our company. It's not SiriusXM who thinks that people are animals. We're so on and so forth.
Hmm.
And it's just like this thing here is Microsoft saying we think everybody should be able to play games. Well, we've always been able to play games, but we should be able so you don't get offended while playing on our system and stuff like that. We've signed this petition saying that, we're against all that. Well, you know, yeah, you should be able to play games and not be offended. But the thing is like you can't stop people from saying stuff. It's just there. You have to go and do it yourself. You have to report them or stuff like that. Crying on the internet is not going to get anything across. And signing this, it's just, I don't know. I kind of go crazy when it goes to this stuff because just what we're going through here in the U.S. With people having to cater to everybody.
I still think it's good though. I mean, I'm glad that these companies are. Yeah, it's not going to do anything, but it does. Hey, it's got us talking. It
Mhm.
helps people, sane people like us, and I think most of our community, if not all of it, we're sane. We're normal people. We're adults, and we're not going to issue death threats because Minecraft went from free to charge. That was another one. Notch Marcus Notch person, or I think that's how you say his name, Person. When he made that game, it was beta testing. It was free. Then when it went public and it was a charge game, people started sending him death threats because they felt they should get the game for free and for the rest of their lives. It's like, my gosh, it just kills me that we live in this world of, everybody's entitled to everything.
Hmm.
I made a comment, and I'm not calling out anybody in particular in our community. Please don't take it this way, and hopefully they didn't in my comments. But there were some comments about the Forza 5 this past weekend, and they're like, oh sure, give me a free game, but don't give me, by the time I download it, it'll expire. And I'm just thinking, and this wasn't, and I get what he was saying, and I get that, but it's like, well, maybe bump your ISP speeds up or call your ISP or it's free. If you don't get it, is it really Microsoft's fault? I mean, and it was more of not anything against what that person said. It was just kind of the mentality of the internet and gamers taking this. So my response was not to an individual. It was more of on a whole, same as like what we're talking about now. We're not targeting any one particular person. This seems to just be a trend of people feeling they're entitled to everything, you know. And I know we've complained about the free games, and I've said, oh great, we got Crimson Dragon twice, whoop-de-doo, you know, but it's free. I mean, it's free,
Yeah, but
so I don't get like crazy about it, and I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna kill Microsoft or whoever. I'm gonna come after Phil Spencer and
you're
you're
not
the devil,
threatening
and
Major Nelson.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not threatening Major Nelson, and it's just like, yeah, you can complain. You have the right to complain. Okay, complain
Mm.
about it, whatever. I still don't think when it's free, I don't think you have the right to complain. Because it is free, because we paid for $50 a year for Xbox Live Gold for all these years just for the purpose of playing multiplayer. So anything else that they start doing now is free. You're not paying for it because you had 7 years of not getting anything free. Now they're throwing in stuff, making it so it's nice. It's free. It doesn't matter if they give you something you already had. I didn't complain about Halo, Spartan Assault, and Max the very first time, the very first free Xbox One games. I had already bought both of them. Did I complain? I was like, no, those are awesome games. I'm glad to see we got good stuff out the gate. I mean, people need to grow up and just, my gosh, get off the freaking throne and stop with the pity party. And, you're not entitled to anything. That's the thing. You're not entitled to anything. You're entitled to, if you buy a game, you're entitled to play it.
Right.
You know?
You don't even own it.
Mhm.
You don't have to like it. I didn't like Warframe. I thought that was garbage as soon as I started playing it. Some people like it and think it's a really good game. That's great. I don't care. They're entitled to that. I'm glad they like it. I'm glad there's a free game for them to play. But just because I didn't like it doesn't mean I'm going to go and threaten to kill somebody. It's insane, people. And it's a game. I'm like, have some passion about something that's real, I'm like,
Right.
where is it, direct your anger or hatred to something like real world stuff, like, stuff that's going on in the real world outside your windows and your walls in your own communities that you can take effect and make change to improve the lives of your citizens around you, and stop worrying about a stupid video game. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. All right.
And try doing it in a positive manner and not just complaining and whining about it, because that does nothing. I mean, and it's like, for the hateful speech and harassing speech, I mean, like, our community is diverse. I mean, race, religion, male, female. We have everybody in ours, and it's just like, don't we just talk to each other like we're people? Because that's the way I try to communicate with everybody. Is we're all people. Like, because I don't really care about anything else.
You
You know, I
know,
d-
you know we're a loving community because we even
Right.
allow Canadians into our group.
Well, that's true. That's
Hey,
true. And
Canadians,
there's
eh?
Australia. There's an Australian in here as well.
There's, I
We
think we
only
have a
one.
couple. We have a couple. Well, we got a. I know there's
Yeah.
at least one Australian and one New Zealander
Yeah.
Yeah.
who listen to this show. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, we got.
We've met our quota. We're good. No
We're-
more. Shut them
No,
out. No, I'm just
no.
kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
invite your friends.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's just
so.
that's what I like about our community is that we, for the most part, everybody gets along and respects each other. On occasion, we got to kind of jump in and say, "Okay, guys, let's act like adults." That is so rare in our community, and it's just awesome. But yeah,
And
it's
that's the
just-
thing. And that's the thing is asking like the people that they went out and did this article and signed this thing or whatever, and it's news. It shouldn't be news because that should just be a given. Like that's how you treat a normal human being. You're going to have these people that are like that, and the people that are like that, they've given us tools to report them.
Well,
And I think-
we don't get tools to report these people when they do it on Twitter. I mean, that's the thing. We can't do anything about the Twitters and the Facebooks.
Oh, you block them.
Yeah, but that doesn't keep them out of the game. We don't know. Like when we're playing in a game, if someone's spouting off, yes, you can report them. I don't know what that really does. You can block them, but
Mhm.
I mean, what's better to do here is if you really are upset about something that's done in a game, anything that's changed, your weapon fires 1 second slower than it used to, and that's going to ruin your experience, then as an adult, in a calm and concise wording, take your opinion and your viewpoint and your thoughts to the developers' forums. They all have forums. You might have to register, gosh forbid, but even there you can usually be anonymous. And put it in clear words saying, I understand you made some changes, and I feel that the community would be better served if we did this or that, or make it a conversation. Because when you do that, a developer is going to, like, look at Microsoft. They're listening to us. They built a website for our feedback on Xbox One. They're putting features into this console that we have asked for. Now, if we go and go, oh, you guys suck, and I can't do this, and I can't pre-download, and blah,
Son of a Muppet.
do you think we'd have pre-download available? They'd be like, who cares? There's a bunch of whiny babies. Delete, it's spam, it's noise, it's ignored. Okay? When you can go in there and say, I would really like to have this feature, and I think it would benefit the console and the community as a whole, then they look at those and go, hey, that's a great idea. Let's start working on it. So grow up, people.
Yeah.
Was it George Costanza? We live in a society here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's just like I just remember like there's only one instance on Xbox Live when it was in the 360, and I forget how it all started, but somebody just kept making the same just comment. It's just nasty comment after nasty comment, and I finally said, I'm like, hey, relax. I was like, can't we just like play the game and I can't remember. And then they started on me. And my only comment
Nice.
was to them, was you're just acting the way you're acting because you're on the other side of the country. And this is nothing you would say. It's like this is nothing you would say to somebody's face. Like the people on Twitter. I mean, that's the thing. That's all this speech or whatever it's just stuff that they wouldn't say to anybody's face. And the guy's just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And some other guy jumped in. I'm like, listen, my name is this. I live in this town. And you can come down here and we can have a nice discussion about it if you want. Because I just know, I'm just like, this guy's not going to hop in a car, hop on a plane and fly to my house because, just like you come, sit, we'll have a nice discussion about it. But the thing is there's nothing to discuss because they would never say anything like that to somebody's face. It's just because they're anonymous and, they're sitting there like here, everybody sees me. Like, okay, and obviously I live in Ohio. I root for the Buckeyes. They got their butt kicked on Saturday, and and stuff like that. Most people know where I live and things like that. I don't know some of these people on here. I know their gamer tag. They can call me every name in the book, and I'd be like, come on, come over here and talk to me about it. Just like, but you won't. So it's just those things. I don't know.
The stuff that's been going on the internet. I mean, it's something, like we've said, it's been going on for a long time, and the perceived anonymity, I think, that you get by being online, and again, it's perceived anonymity. It sort of empowers people to do things that they would never really do in the real world, like you had mentioned. And it's similar to, you get people, let's say, that are like the most upstanding people that they'll let's say they're lined up somewhere like at a theater or in a restaurant. They'll always wait their turn. They'll say thank you, they'll say please and all that, but you put them behind the wheel of a 4,000 plus pound vehicle, and they're going to be cutting everybody off. They'll be pulling that one move, where you get on the ramp to get around like the car in front of you, and then you get back into traffic. The one that you're the first person that invented them and all. But people get this entitlement, and they think that they can get away with it. And it's just ridiculous, because they are so disconnected from what's going on that they don't always realize that there's a real person on the other side. And I know on some of the Twitter feeds that I followed, there's some people that do the cosplay outfits, at the comic cons and so forth. And I just see some of the responses that they get to people or from people. And it's really shocking that people out there will actually communicate to other people the way that they do. And so, I mean, it goes across not just gaming, and it's ridiculous. And I really feel that it's the anonymity, the perceived anonymity, because you really don't have full anonymity. It's the perceived anonymity that gives people that feeling that they can get away with that. And I honestly think a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them are not like that in real life. And it's messed up. I mean, these people need a wake-up call. And this is where Jay and Silent Bob need to come back, and they need to take care of these people. Did you guys ever see Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie,
Yes.
they're going around, and it was like
He has like this book, right? Did you say so and so on the internet, or is this you? And did you say that? Yeah. They just beat the snot out of him.
Did you say that if Jay and Silent Bob were here, I would, bleep their, I would kick their bleep butts, and then they go and they pounce on them. I mean, that's really what needs to happen to these people. And I mean, it's a sad state that things are like this. And, it's nice that these people are bringing awareness to the issue, because, I mean, it's a real issue. And especially like the threats, that is just ridiculous. I mean, that is ridiculous. And I know we've talked about the Call of Duty one where they changed that bullet thing, or whatever the timing was on the bullets. And I think I mentioned even back then, where if that timing change really matters to your game, you're relying on something to make your gameplay be good. And you know what? You're not a good gamer then, because a true gamer will be able to adapt to anything. And that just speaks to how skillful these people are. And yeah, it's any threats, no matter what, I mean, they need to be taken seriously, because, I mean, you don't ever want to be put in that situation of person A threatened person B, everybody kind of blew it off, and now it's a front page news story, because it actually happened, So it's messed up. It's messed up, but it needs to be brought out and discussed and taken care of as best as they can.
And it just makes gamers on a whole look bad. I mean, you're making all of us look like little kids and immature people, and it's just not the case. The majority of us are very, very mature, very caring. Gamers raise millions of dollars every year for charities and stuff like that. So,
Oh, Extra Life, yeah.
yeah, so let's when you see these people, report them, defriend them. Just and it's it's best not even to respond to them, but report it if you see it. Let's just
Yeah.
all get along, man. Let's end the hate and get. This is gaming. It's supposed to be fun. I can't believe we're even talking about this in something that's supposed to be fun and entertaining. So, anyways, anything else on this, guys?
Nope.
I think we beat it down pretty good.
Jay and Silent Bob will fix it.
Yes. So, all right. So let's move on to our last topic. And
hmm
I don't know. I know, Braun. I don't know if you're getting this for the PC or not. But and Rob, I don't know. Are you guys planning to get Destiny?
It's not out on the PC.
You getting it on 360?
I was not going to because the likelihood of getting an Xbox One or whatever, but now that if you buy it on 360 and you get it free for Xbox One, I'll probably actually get it.
Okay. And what about you, Rob?
I'm on the fence about the game. I'm not 100% sure yet. I mean, it does look cool, but I don't know, the jury's still out.
Okay. Well, here's my question. I put the poll up in our Facebook group, and I know
Yeah.
everybody's probably going to play as all three classes eventually. But my question was, what's the first one you're going to create? What's the first character class that you're going to? Oh, great! And there's wonderful IGN blaring ads at me, so I can't even get back to the story. So I'm gonna have to try and find a different place to pull these up, I guess. So let's try this again. There's three different character classes, and I'm curious what you guys are planning to play as first. So there's the Hunter, and it says hunters once prowled the wilderness and wastelands, taking big risks. Let's see. I don't care about all that stuff. So your unique brand of daring and ingenuity is needed more now than ever. While they may seem to only be long-range experts, the hunter excels in silent close combat kills with their dagger. So it's kind of like the sniper class, but they also have like the silent, stealthy, up-close capabilities. Then there's the Titan. That says they're built like the wall. This is and it gives your lives to defend it. Now you stand in the same high place, steadfast and sure, protecting all who shelter you in shadow. You hail from a long line of here. Blah blah blah. Let's see. But you are a tank of a soldier who can wield any weapon, but also protect any friend. So this is more of the kind of like a typical soldier class, I guess you would think of it. It's a mix of offensive and defensive skills to hold the line. You can punch holes in the enemy's defenses with brutal melee attacks. So that's the Titan. And like I said, the Hunter, it's a long range or sneak up for the kill. You can utilize a solar light to burn your enemies to a crisp. And then there's the Warlock. This one is, they say that the Warlocks have studied the Traveler, mastering some of its arcane energies. So its true purpose still remains a great mystery, blah, blah, blah. So you can master the Void to assault your enemies with magical bursts. And you can empower yourself with solar light to greatly increase your attacks. So there's, so I think of it more of like a wizard, a sniper, and an assault or a soldier. It's kind of the way I think of it. I'm looking at these three, and I didn't play the beta, so I haven't tried any of them. But I'm gonna go with the Warlock first out the gate. I kind of want to try that one first and see what the magical powers and stuff do. What about you guys? What are you kind of planning to play with first?
I did the Warlock in the beta, so that's probably what I'll do again.
Okay.
So,
Even though I'm surprised because you like to play as a sniper in Battlefield. I figured you would have gone like the hunter class.
That's changed a lot though. I mean, yeah, I don't snipe as much as I used to. I like, and the main reason why is you level up faster when you run again. So I mean, but no, I like the warlock stuff because in a lot of games like fantasy games and stuff like that, I usually play like a wizard. That's usually what I usually hit first, and I just think with you know the abilities of like kind of having a mix. For the warlock, kind of when I was reading through, I was just like, oh, it's kind of like a wizard, So I went with that.
Okay.
So.
What about you, Rob?
Well, between these, I'd probably have to go either like the hunter or the titan. And I'd probably, I'd probably have to say hunter
Yeah.
between the two. I hate making these decisions. This is choosing like the beginning character is like my most least favorite thing of any game. It is just such a chore. I just want to play. And I hate even making this choice. But I'd probably go with hunter.
Yeah, but
at
you know
least
you can
initially.
play. You can come back and probably create other characters.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
probably
never-
play as all three.
I'm never going to do that. It's like replaying Walking Dead. No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
No,
Yep.
not
I
at all.
may actually have to read in detail on these three characters before picking one.
Yeah.
So looks like there's a lot to it.
There is a lot involved, and so, but I mean, I would guess when we first are going to select our characters, they're probably not going to be a whole lot there.
Mhm.
But like I said, out of the gate, Warlock seems to interest me the most. I do like sniping, but typically not like in a fast-paced game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed sniping. I didn't do it a whole lot, but like in the original Borderlands, I like to snipe, try to stay away from those those monsters. But I think in a real fast-paced game like this, I'd never snipe in a Call of Duty or a Battlefield. Even Battlefield's slower pace, but people are still running around. I just don't see myself doing doing that mode here. So Warlock probably, and then maybe I'll switch over to the Titan. But if you guys
Yep.
want to sound off on our Facebook, we do have a poll up. I'm just curious just to kind of see on day one what most people will probably be playing with. Let me pull that up. Let's just see where we are right now.
While you're pulling that up, I kind of see these three kind of like as like a thief/rogue is the hunter, the titan is a barbarian, and the warlock's a wizard,
Yeah, that's
basically.
yep.
So, whatever you like to play like in Diablos, maybe what you should go with.
Well, right now we've got the Titan leading our poll, with
Okay.
the Warlock second and the Hunter in third. So that's
Really?
where the TXL
Okay.
community's at. So far. But yeah, so and it's good to know we're gonna have a mix of people. I mean, people are definitely gonna be kind of trying all the different ones out.
Yeah, IGN has a poll on this as well. And on
Yeah.
theirs, the Warlock is leading with 38.5% of the vote, followed by Hunter at 33%, and the Titan is trailing at 28.5%.
It's a good mix, though. I like, it's kind of interesting
Yeah.
that we got a pretty good mix there. So overall, we won't see everybody probably coming in as one class until they find out which one is overpowered.
Yeah.
And then everybody will be that one until they fix it. So, all right, cool.
Yep.
All right, well, that wraps it up then. So let's jump into our community real quick. We did have an email this week, but you can join us on our Facebook group. Just look for This Xbox Life. You can also follow us on Twitter. That's just twitter.com/Xbox You can send us a voicemail, as you heard a whole bunch last week. And you can send those at any time. We really liked it. And of course, with our emails, you can email us at contact@thisxboxlife.com. Gunny Chief actually sent us an email. Thank you, Gunny Chief, for supporting us. He told us that he bought some stuff off through our Amazon link. So we really appreciate that. And he just says, I have been working a ton of hours at work, not a lot of game time with the community these past few weeks. The upside is I can afford all the great games I want on the Xbox One. Keep up the great work, guys. I look forward to every Sunday evening show. So thank you very much, Gunny. We appreciate the kind words and appreciate the support.
I have to say before we continue, I was watching our stream on the left. I literally watched our images of us like snap into a nice view. Like we're not like big monstrous people. Like Rob and I are usually like bigger in the screen.
I see it now too. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was watching. I saw something flicker out of my eye, and I look over, and all of a sudden I'm back to like normal size. I'm just like, oh.
That I believe is Skype, because I believe Skype will alter that. We know it looks good with 2 people, but then as soon as we get the third, it usually goes to that 4x3 box.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are actually in the 16:9 now. I didn't do anything, so.
Yeah.
But.
Skype
should crash more often. If that's related.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Let's keep it 4x3 and not crash.
Yeah.
All right. So again, thanks guys for supporting us, and again, we'll talk about that in a minute. But new releases for this week. I think we have 1 or 2 games out there.
Yeah, which is I think 1 or 2 more than normal for the most part. So for this week on the Xbox 360, we have September 9th release dates. Those are Tuesday for both NHL 15 and Destiny. Then for the Xbox One, we have September 9th releases of NHL 15 and Destiny.
Good job.
So we've got a couple, 2, 3 things that are going to be releasing here.
Yeah, I was reading.
I'm sure Destiny's a big one.
Yeah, I was reading a thing on NHL 15. It is not. People are not happy. Supposedly, I'd have to find the article. I was reading it before I got on here. That like. There's like a ton of things that were available in the last game that aren't even going to be available when the game actually releases, and that some of the things are going to be patched in later. So it's like you can't even do a season mode. You have to do a GM mode, and they don't have like shootout mode or online. There's just like a ton of things that are missing. Like people are kind of a little furious about it. But I'd have to see because I know my last NHL game.
You know what they should do? They should probably issue death threats to EA to get that.
No. Mark did not say that.
Don't do that.
Mark did not say that.
Oh, if you want to make change, that's how you do it, right? Get on the internet anonymously, threaten people's lives and their family. I mean, isn't that how we get things done in the world of gaming?
Oh, look at that!
Giant Silent Bob will be at your doorstep.
The Xbox One version has a blue jacket on the front of it. Awesome.
That's
I like
reason
that image.
enough not to buy it.
Oh, now. No, the one thing though is when I go and I people would have to play sports games. The people that do, like you have Madden and it used to be like NHL and you have the basketball games. There are just so many modes and stuff. It's almost like they need to go back to the play a game online and start a season, and like that's it. Yeah. So, back it up a little bit and let's see, maybe put things in again. Because I know with NHL, there was like 8 different modes that you could play. And once you start one, you're not going to play all 8. You're going to concentrate on just that one. But yeah, we'll see. All right. Sorry.
All right. Well, where might one purchase said games or anything else they might desire?
Ooh. I know. You can get those. Well, I know that you can get the Destiny kits at Amazon.com. Definitely go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon and place your order through there. I don't know if you'll be able to get release day shipping yet. Actually, you might be able to. You have to use the one-day shipping. Yeah, you have to do one-day shipping, don't you?
Because they'll ship. They probably are shipping tonight.
Oh yeah.
But that's
If
for
I re-
normal.
If I recall, for release day stuff, well, like for Destiny and NHL, I think you'd have had them in already because they
But
would ship out usually like on Sunday night.
yeah, that's for the 2-day shipping. If you do overnight shipping, you can still
Well,
order.
yeah, but
Anyway,
anything else, I mean, you may not need your cat litter overnight, but you might.
exactly. So you can get your Destiny game, you can get your cat litter, your contact lens solution, and your the Splenda sweetener as well.
Computers, electronics, those are good. If you're
Your
gonna buy out
cables.
if you're gonna buy out a company like Twitch, please use our ad. Use our link.
There you go. So yeah,
All right.
there you go. Then we've got another code for Stick It to the Man. Again, this is an Xbox One game, and here we go. Get your whatever available so you can jot it down or enter it directly in. It is MFDPMQ9QGWMYTGD T3QJRZVH.
What?
Oh, two. That's
Wow,
sorry,
you
not
just
a
blew
Z.
that.
My contact lens went fuzzy. I need to get more solution from Amazon. But the last thing there was not a Z. It's a 2VH3Z. So from the top, that was MFD PMQ9QGWMYTGD3QJR2VH3Z.
Man, and we're the it's like BJ blooper. It's Presar blooper today.
Hey now. Actually, if you do play this game, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. So let us know because I guarantee there's nothing out there like this game.
Waiting to see who mentions that they got the last one.
So
So
Maybe
Jap
nobody-
28 got the first one, not Monkey Punch. Monkey Punch was
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
our leg.
yeah,
Oh.
he was joshing with us. So but all right, I think
All right.
that's it, fellers.
Yep.
So we
That's all.
appreciate all you guys do for us and showing up every week and supporting us and just, being a part of the community. You guys rock. So we will be back next week with an exciting episode. And with that, I am Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.
I'm Rob, also known as Prusar. Thanks for listening, everybody. Catch y'all next week.
And Brun BJ Swick 33. Have a good one.